Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Gentle Yoga with Leo Ray on behalf of Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center, Palm Springs. Visit us on the web at urbanyoga.org or on Facebook at Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center. Check out the schedule. Stop by to drop something in the tip jar. YouTubers, subscribe to the YouTube channel for us if you haven't already done so. We will start out today lying down. We're going to do a reverse start. We're going to start in corpse pose, Savasana. And don't worry, we're going to do it again at the end. You won't be cheated of your integration, Savasana. So the classic corpse pose is legs extended, feet splayed out, hands by your sides, either palms up or the pinky edge of your hands resting on the ground like that. Now, if this isn't comfortable, find a position that is. You can start in any reclined posture you want. How's that for? That's pretty wide open. Close your eyes if you like. Notice your breath. Letting it slow down and get deeper as you get comfortable. It's okay to move, to shift around. Find what's comfortable. Comfortable is often a moving target. And this is not statue practice, this is yoga practice. Feeling your contact with the ground, what's touching the mat, what's touching the surface beyond the mat. Can you feel the air moving across your skin? What might you smell in the space you're in, or hear in the room, outside the room that you're in? What can you hear from my space besides my voice? Maybe nothing at the moment, but as you all know, because you've practiced with me before, we often get sounds from outside, sounds of a lively neighborhood. Whatever arises in my environment or in yours, it's just something else to integrate into practice. And now the inner environments. Scan your body and just take in whatever sensations are present. Making particular note of anything that doesn't feel so good today. So you can keep it in mind as we go, knowing that you're always welcome to skip or modify any part of practice to take care of your body, accommodate what's going on. And whatever arises in your body during practice is just something else to integrate into practice, something to notice, something to accommodate or take care of, something to learn, something to release. Whatever comes up, just part of practice. And we just weave in the external and the internal as part of our practice, just as we weave practice into the day. What happened in your day prior to practice can affect practice. Maybe your mind goes to what's going on today after practice, during the practice. Whenever your mind travels to the past, to the future, come back to the present, come back to your breath, come back to noticing what's going on in your body. If you wish to add to all that some personal intention, you can do that as well. With our intentions shared and individual in place, let's take 3 deep Cleansing breaths together. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth with a sigh. And just as if we were coming out of Savasana at the end of practice, we'll start with small, gentle movements and let them gradually grow bigger. Let your eyes softly open when you're ready. Build up to full body stretch, arms and legs extended all the way out. Exhale, curl up in a ball, hug your knees to your chest. Inhale, extend out again. And repeat for a few more rounds of breath. And at the end of the next exhale, pause. Hug just your right leg and extend your left leg down along the mat. Reach your right arm out to the side, palm up. Try to keep your shoulder blades on the floor. Draw your knee over to the left and turn your head to the right. The closer your knee is to your torso, the deeper the twist is going to feel. So you regulate that for yourself. And of course, the further to the left your knee goes, the deeper the twist will feel. Try to let your breath do the work. Don't force that knee down with that arm. Help it over there, guide it, support it. Come back up to center. Now draw your left knee in. Extend and lower your right leg and your left arm. Draw your knee to the right and turn your head to the left. Come on back up to center. Draw both knees in again. And let's do a little rocking side to side or rolling in circles. Massaging your back against the floor. Today we're going to do a slow and low practice. We had a slow and low on Wednesday, and I think it went very well, felt very good. And for those who were here Wednesday, you can see today's already somewhat different. We won't do exactly the same thing we did Wednesday. Some of the same things, some different things. And it won't be totally low. We are going to start to sit up. You can hug your knees and rock front to back, roll your spine along the floor, or like I'm going to do, raise your arms overhead, tip onto one side, and press your hands to the floor to lift up to a seat. Sit or kneel in whatever way is comfortable for you. It doesn't have to feet, just like I'm sitting. Let your arms hang loose at your sides. Let your arms be limp and relaxed. Lift your left shoulder toward your ear. Slide it back, let it down. Then your right shoulder up, back, and down. Let your chin come down towards your chest. Slowly roll your ear towards your shoulder. Let your head tip back, look up towards the sky, on over towards the other shoulder. Continuing with your circles, or as needed, if you find a tight spot, pause to rock back and forth at the tight spots. And I will share. I'm always reminding folks to listen to their bodies and take care of their bodies. And you know that goes for the teachers as well as for all the other yogis. And I'm taking care of a sore back and neck today, which yes, is one reason we're doing slow and low practice. Those of you who were here Monday for an interrupted class with tech issues know that I've been at a friend's house, dog sitting, and not doing any more classes there because the internet is not reliable. When you finish the next circle, change direction. Well, I had a little adventure this morning walking these two dogs because one of their collars broke. And these dogs are only 18 months old and actually did not want to come back to me after his collar broke. So I was holding on to his sister's leash and chasing him down. And fortunately, there was somebody sitting on the curb waiting for his workplace to open. And he befriended and held on to the dog until I could grab it. But then I was forced to walk home carrying one dog while wrangling the other one on the leash. And hence, the sore back and neck. It looked like a very big dog, but when you have to carry him, suddenly seems so much bigger. It was like the longest 200 meters of my life. Fortunately, we weren't too far from home. When you finish the next circle, lift your chin and look forward. Reach your arms out to the sides. Just rest your fingertips on the floor so your spine and your arms are long. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. As you exhale, let your arm trip across your head. Let the weight of your arm draw your head to the left. And to extend a little more this right trapezius, you can pick your right hand up and reach out through your fingertips. If your right hand is raised, let it down. Let your neck stay relaxed. Let your left hand slide across and come down to your cheek. Use your left arm to lift your head to center. Let that hand down. We'll do it again for the other side. Inhale, reach your right arm up alongside your ear. As you exhale, let your arm drape over. Gently draw your head to the right. I'm checking out. I saw there's a chat message from me. If you like, you can lift your left hand and extend out through your fingertips. I will try to speak up. Thanks for letting me know. Someone indicated they can't understand me speaking. I'll talk more loudly. Actually, here, off camera here, it's a fan that is now turned off. Let your neck stay passive. Let your hands slide across your head. You come down to your cheek. Nudge your head back up to center. Then walk your left hand out behind you. Bring your right hand to your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, invite your body to twist some more. Explore with each breath to see if your body wants to go further on that next exhale. Let yourself unwind. Then bring your right hand behind you. Bring your left hand to your right leg. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale to twist some more. Let yourself unwind. Lift one leg. I'm just taking the one that's in front. It doesn't matter which one you start with because we'll do both. Hold your leg, let your foot be relaxed. Let your ankle be loose. Interlace your fingers between your toes. Gently and slowly move your foot in circles. Loosen up that ankle. And enjoy a little sort of incidental foot massage. Some acupressure action for hands and feet. And then change direction. Release your toes. Use both arms to support the weight of your entire leg. You're going to rock the femur and the hip socket. Gentle, slow, circular movements. Allowing the movements to maybe grow bigger. Never forcing, just exploring. Changing direction at some point. Moving in one direction can feel very different than the other. Maybe one direction produces more opening than the other. Put that leg down. Let's pick up the other one. Grab those other toes. Gently and slowly move your foot in circles. And change direction. Release those toes. Support the weight of that whole leg with both arms. And make those bigger circles. Move your femur around in your hip socket. And change direction. Put that leg down. Take a simple forward fold here. Just rest your hands on the floor in front of you. And walk them out as far as you comfortably can. Explore your own edge. Let your neck disengage. Breathe into your back. Maybe your hands keep reaching forward. Maybe let your arms relax. Or maybe play with pressing away from the floor. And playing with reaching one hand forward and pressing away with the other. I'm just exploring my aches and pains. What can I do to help this core back? Scoot your hands over to the right. Walk your hands back to center and on over to the left. Walk your hand back to center. And then back in towards you. Press yourself upright again. Take your time to make your way up onto your hands and knees. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head tailbone go up. Exhale, bring your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. Just follow your breath. The movements can be as big as you want, as small as you want. Mine are smaller today. That's part of what's going on with my back. I just discovered. I can't do the kind of cow I usually do, so I'm going to do a less curvy cow pose. My lower back is not like that first one. Moving a little more carefully. I hope you're all enjoying a great degree of movement for you. After your next exhale, come back to table with your spine neutral. Reach back and press into the ball of your right foot. On the next inhale, reach your left arm to the side. If you want to go further on the next inhale, pick your right foot up and reach straight back. If you want to go even further, bend your knee, reach back, see if you can grab your foot or ankle, kick against your hand, lift your knee and chin. Release and lower down, and reach back and press into the ball of your left foot. On the next inhale, reach your right arm to the side. If you like, on the next inhale, pick your left foot up and reach straight back. And to go even further, if you want, bend your knee, reach back, see about, taking that line, exploring that additional stretching. Release and lower down. I'm going to bring my blocks into play here. You're welcome to do so if you want. Blocks under the hands can give us more room between the torso and the floor to ease some transitions here, like this one. Step your right foot up between your hands. Bring your right hand to your right knee and lift your torso. Slide that left block over here by the left knee. I'm standing mine up taller. Rest my hand on the block. And you can do this without blocks. You could also put your hand on your hip if you don't have blocks. Inhale, reach your right arm out and up alongside your head. And exhale, reach to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Bring the block back here. And switch legs. Bring the right knee to the floor. And the left foot forward. Lift the torso. Bring the right block back. By the knee. Inhale, reach your left arm out and up. And exhale, reach to your right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, let your arm down. Bring your hands to the floor. Bring your left knee back down. Bring your big toes to touch. If you like, bring your knees out wider, maybe by the edges. If your knees bother you, it might be better to keep them close together. You could set your blocks aside or keep them. We're going to make our way to child's pose. In case you haven't guessed that, sit back towards your heels. If it doesn't feel good to sit too low, you can always put a block or some other prop back here between your heels and your butt. Or make some space between your feet and put the prop between your butt and the floor. Other things you can do if it doesn't feel good to go too low is you can put a prop under your chest. You can put props under your head. Make sure your head touches down on something, the floor or your hands or prop, so your neck can release. If it doesn't feel good to reach forward, reach your hands back here by your feet. Observe your breath, scan your body. If you're reaching your hand back by your feet, reach them forward again. Well, inhale, come forward and up from child's pose back to table. And again, if you like, you can bring your blocks in. And again, let's step the right foot forward. Well done. Now I'm going to stay low. If you want, you could curl your left toes under, press into your foot, lift your knee, come to a run. I'm going to stay in the low one today. You can always change your mind either way. Bring your hands to your knee, lift your torso. Exhale, sink forward in your hips. Inhale, glide back. Now, if you're doing the higher lunge, don't let your knee go forward more. Don't let your knee go forward past where your ankle is. If you're in a higher lunge and that starts to happen, you can scoot your foot forward. When you're down low like this, it's okay for your knee to go forward past your ankle. It's when your center of gravity is higher that this becomes dangerous for your knee. You can hyperextend your knee if your center of gravity is up higher and your knee's going further forward than the ankle. You take as much movement as your legs and hips want. And if you want to add in an arm movement, you could raise one or both arms. And as you glide forward in your hips, lower your arm. As you glide back, raise your arm. It could be arms parallel to the ground or cactus arms. Keep one hand or both hands on your. If this rocking bothers the knee that's on the floor, you can add some padding. Fold a blanket or a towel, or just fold the edge of the mat up to give you another layer of mat there. Now let's pause with the rocking here, so the front knee is above the ankle. If you're in the low lunge, the back hip's above the back knee. Reach your left arm back. And then if you're steady enough, reach your right arm forward. It's okay to keep your right hand on that knee. Come through center with your hands by your heart. Reach your right hand back. Your left hand can reach forward or come to your knee to help steady you. Come through center. Bring your hands down. Switch legs. Bring the right knee to the floor. Step the left foot forward. Bringing your hands to your knee, lift your torso. When you're ready, exhale, sink forward. Inhale, glide back. You have the same options. You can come to a higher lunge. You can incorporate moving one or both arms up and down as you rock forward and back in your hips. Big movements, little movements. Follow your breath. Exhale, forward, down. Inhale, back, up. And then let's twist first to the right. Come through center and twist to your left. And come through center. Bring your hands down. Bring your left knee back to the floor. And sit back towards your heels. If it doesn't feel good to sit this low, again, you can bring in props. You put a block between your butt and your heels. Put a block between your ankles and sit on it. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Once more. And then we'll reverse it 3 times the other way. Inhale up through center. Exhale out and down. Then inhale out and up. Interlace your fingers. Turn your palms up. Reach your palms up. Look up with your hand. Lift up your arm. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, arms out and down. Tip forward. Moving the block and moving the blocks out of the way. Exhale, sit back towards your heels. Inhale, glide forward. So sort of going to child's pose. And then back to table, but see how much movement feels good for you. I'm walking my hands further forward now. See how your body feels. Maybe you start to drift towards cobra. Exhale as you go back. Inhale as you come forward. If you want to pause at either end of the movement, pause as you like. What feels helpful in your body? Where can you feel the need for a pause? Where can you feel some tension? You can send your breath, and maybe breathe a little bit, ease out some tight spots. Vary the motion any way you like. Maybe you start to throw in kind of some circular movement. Maybe you let go of focusing on your breath and just make it more about the exploring. Maybe there doesn't even have to be a rhythm, right? Rhythm's nice, but so is change. So is freedom. So are options. I'm a big believer in options and choices and listening to one's body. I hope no one else had the morning I had with a broken collar and dog wrestling. I like to wrestle the dogs when it's on purpose, when they deliberately get on the floor and play fight with them, that's fun, but wrestling when they want to run away, carrying them when they want to walk, that kind of wrestling. Super hot and muggy here too. It's not real comfortable to hug a dog against you and walk down the street. Wrap up your exploration. So over the next few breaths, and we're going to make our way back to sitting. So you could cross your ankles, walk your hands in and rock over your ankles. Sometimes that's a bit much. You might just come tip onto one hip and swing the legs around. Normally, I like to rock over my ankles, but not today. Extend your legs forward, flex your feet back. Inhale, reach your arms out and up overhead. Exhale, pull down over your legs. Let your knees bend as much as they might want to bend. On each inhale, think of the crown of your head coming forward a little more. On each exhale, think of lowering down a little more. Inhaling, walk your hands up the front of those legs and sit yourself up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart to whatever degree feels okay. Maybe it's a little further than last time, maybe it's less today. Maybe that's just me. Keep using your arms to help your legs. Bend the left leg and bring your left foot to your right thigh or right knee. Now, if this doesn't feel good with this knee hanging in the air, you can put a block here between the floor and your leg to support your knee. Pivot your torso, aim your sternum at your right foot. Flex your right foot back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over your leg. Take a couple breaths here. Reach your right arm out to the side and turn your head to the right. Point your thumb towards the floor. Reach the back of your hand towards your left hip. Feel your right shoulder back. Keep looking to the right. Extend your arm. Let that rotation go. Bring your right hand back to your left hand. Pause here for a couple breaths again. Take your time to reach your left arm out to the side. Turn your head to the left. Point your thumb down. Reach towards your right hip. Feel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Let that rotation go. Inhale, reach your arm up alongside of your left ear. Left hand coming overhead towards your right hand. Just let your head be wherever your neck feels okay. Take your time to reach back up, back out to the left, and sweep your arm across. Bring your left hand once more to your right hand. Walk your hands up your right leg and sit up. If you have a block here under your knee, move it. Let your arms help your legs. Extend the left leg, then bend the right leg. Bring the foot across. If you want that block, bring it back. Pivot your torso towards your left foot and flex your left foot towards you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Take a couple breaths. Reach your left arm out to the side, turn your head to the left. Turn your thumb down, reach towards your right hip, feel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm, let the rotation go. Bring your left hand back to your right hand. Reach your right arm out, turn your head to the right. Point your thumb down, reach towards your left hip, draw your right shoulder back. Extend your arm. Let your rotation go. Inhale, reach up alongside your ear, overhead towards your left hand. Allow your head to go wherever your neck feels comfortable. Nice and slowly reach up and out to the right. And come back across. Walk your hands up your leg, push it up. Remove the block if you've got a block here. Extend the right leg far away, then bend the left leg. Bring the soles of your feet together. Leave a nice big space here between your heels and your pelvis. Reach under or over your ankles and walk your hands forward. Let your neck release, let your head hang, and breathe into your back. Inhale and walk your hands back. Sit yourself up. Let's do one more fold, keeping the feet together. Bring your heels in closer. Interlace your fingers and hold your toes between your hands. Wriggle on your seat. Bring the bones in the seat closer to the floor to tilt the pelvis forward. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Nice long spine. See how far that will go. When the long spine stops lowering, let your head lower. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, sit up. Let your arms help your legs. Bring your hands to your knees. Nudge your knees up towards each other. Bring your hands behind you, scoot forward and come down onto your back. Heels in close to your butt, setting up for bridge pose. If you like, put a block between your knees on the middle position. Press into the soles of your feet. Inhale, lift your hips up. Now I'm going right to supported bridge. Take care of my back, putting a block under me, coming down the rest on it. You could exhale and lower down and float up and down as many times as you like, and then take supported bridge. If you like the deeper heart opener, you can pause at the top of the movement, clasp your hands, reach your knuckles towards your heels, and wiggle your shoulder blades in towards each other. You can make it super restful like mine, or more challenging by lifting higher, pausing at the top, moving more slowly. Take a minute, minute and a half to explore bridge as you like. I'm only exploring this today. My supported bridge, my sacrum is one of the sore spots from this morning's adventure. Some days we just don't feel like practicing, and that's okay too. If that's really what feels best, skipping a day is an option. I find it usually works better for me to do what I can and have some practice. Maybe it's not an hour some days. That's fine too. Some days, what's great is to practice and not pay attention to the time. Practice for whatever length of time feels right. So we'll finish up with bridge here. Maybe you're all in supported bridge by now. Let's make our way out of the supported bridge. Just pause after you're back on the ground without the block. And let's just move those blocks well out of the way. Draw your knees up towards your chest and hug them, and then rock and roll on your back. Usually after supported bridge, this massaging the sacrum against the floor feels particularly nice. Maybe you're not focused on your sacrum. Maybe you're taking bigger movements for a fuller back massage, middle and upper back. And let's grab those straps or whatever you're using instead of a strap. Holding one end in each hand, running it under your feet. Extend your arms and legs up. Try to keep your shoulder blades and your head and your sacrum on the floor. Slide your feet apart. Slide your feet together. Take your left foot out of your strap. Press the back of your left leg to the floor. Hold the strap in your left hand and reach your right arm to the side. Draw your leg to the left and turn your head to the right.
Flex your left foot back towards you. We'll be here about a minute. And just see what your leg wants. So guiding tension on the strap to bring it over more. Relaxing the strap to let the leg rest. Bring it all back up to center. Take your strap in your right hand. Press your left hand down on the front of your left hip. Let your limbs fall open to the right. Keeping that left side anchored down. Nice and easy, bring it all back to center. Lift your left leg up, step into the strap. Take your right foot out, press your right leg down. Reach your left arm out to the side. Draw your leg to the right and turn your head to the left. Bring those limbs back to center. Take the strap in your left hand. Press down on the front of your right hip. Let your limbs gently come over to the left. Very gently come back up to center. Raise your right leg. Draw your knees in. Set your strap aside. Reach your feet up. Reach your hands up to grab your legs or your feet and play with bending and straightening your legs. Whatever movements your body enjoys, if your body would enjoy some different inversion than happy baby pose, feel free to invert in whatever way you wish. Whenever you feel that you've had enough time inverting, make your way to your final resting pose. And maybe that's cork pose. Maybe that's where you started. If lying flat doesn't feel good, you might plant the soles of your feet and let your knees lean in towards each other. Or bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees splay out. Maybe with blocks under your knees. Make yourself comfortable. Maybe focusing on your breath or reflecting on an intention you carried with you through this practice today. Maybe not really focusing much at all, allowing your mind to just wander. Give yourself some deeper breath. Invite small movements to your body. Whatever movements you're drawn to. And lead bigger and bigger movements. You can mindfully gently and taking your time. When you're ready, sit yourself up. Bring your hands up by the heart. Thank you for sharing and practice today. The light within you sees and honors that same light within you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend, and I hope to see you all next week.